Just like that.
Good morning with the boys. Getting straight
Good
into it.
morning.
We're
Whoops.
going right into it. Hey, how we doing this morning?
That's usually why I'm not on the ones and twos
On the
things.
buttons, yeah. We don't let
Yeah.
this guy touch anything.
I'm here for the talking, here for the ideas.
How we doing? What ideas you got this morning then?
Dude, we're talking art. Well, also, top of the hour, before we get into anything, you guys
Yeah.
need to like and share and subscribe and
All
comment and
All those wonderful things.
get on all those socials. Come and find us.
Heck yeah.
Shout out our sponsor, 2 Men in a Truck, for all your moving needs. Get you to point A to point B.
Get it done easy so you don't have to.
Boom.
Heck yeah. Yeah, did a little arc last night. That was good. Didn't die. Made an hour without dying.
That was impressive. You can see how much progress me and DJ have been making.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, we at the end of it, we just have to somehow become a cohesive group. I think this is a really good team bonding experience.
We need DJ on a mic because that's the most annoying thing is me saying something, you repeating it to DJ.
He was listening to
yeah.
he
Well, we
was
just need to,
listening-
dude, why don't we just, I was thinking about it, why don't you just hook one of these Blue Yeti mics up to your computer? And then just use your head, listen on the headphones mic to speak.
It's always an option. I didn't think about it, but he was listening to videos last night on it and just talking about how to do it, and then hadn't
Yeah.
gotten anywhere.
The level 15 for sure, that helps a lot. And then, because then you can kind of build, raft and all that stuff. And you just apparently you just have to die until you turn level 15, and then you.
It really is not even that, because I'm level now in a matter of this time. I'm 67.
You level up really fast.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
even being level 67, I'm dying just as much as I'm dying level 1. I'm telling you, just get used to being okay with dying.
Yeah, it's annoying.
And it happens all the time. I got so good with everything I had and was getting so... It was like watching Game of Thrones this season. You ever watch them? Oh, well, you get in Game of Thrones and you really get attached to a character, and then they just kill the character. And this is constant with this game. Like, you start to fall in love with my Triceratops, and I accidentally get it killed. It just happens over and over and over again. So I don't know. It's getting used to it. I kind of understand more with my son when it came to Minecraft now. Like how he could go into hardcore mode and just die over and over again. But it's not like our conquest is paying off. We got bases.
Yeah.
We have made beds on different islands. We can move kind of around the map a little bit.
And then having the raft is good because if you follow the coastline, you don't get attacked by too many sea monsters. So just follow the coastline.
It's really irritating that nowhere is safe. I guess it's just like real life. Like in the air is no good, underwater no good, on land no good. Just get eaten and everywhere you go. So it's,
Yeah.
it's a lot of death. Getting through it though, plugging away. And
Yeah,
you
it's
guys
like,
think, look how good we do. Look on there. I'm telling you what.
if we think one of the things we need to do is just get some like pickaxes and torches built, so that way if you do die when you come back to the to that main base, you can grab a couple of those things. And
the one thing I saw last night that you were doing that kind of changed the game for me was actually utilizing torches. I've gotten so good at just moving around in the night, darkness, listening for noises.
Nah, I always use a torch, man. If I can't see,
we're headed northeast, boys.
That's the West Star, dude. That's the West Star.
You're in a game. How can you tell the wind?
That's so funny. Wait, did you just do the finger trick? We got a northwest wind coming, 6 degrees to the southeast.
It was pretty legit. We got into some pretty rough territory last night though, but it was cool to get a base set down on that island. when I found myself able to actually rest easy, and I was like, okay, we're out of here.
Yeah, because I mean, once you have walls, then you could get yourself a little safe space.
Well, now the biggest, and shout out to my wife, it's her favorite dinosaur. The Spinosaurus is over here just destroying everything I try to create. It's I never realized how big a Spinosaurus is compared to my favorite dinosaur, the Pachycephalosaurus.
Pretty
The
big size.
Spinosaurus would destroy my dinosaur. I'd be like running into its knee.
Ow. Ow.
Hey, knock it off.
Yeah.
As it chomps me in half.
Yeah, I just, man, I don't know. I don't know why that game runs. It looks like crap on my computer.
Oh, really? Just
Yeah,
struggling with
it looks so bad. The shadows, like underneath players and dinosaurs, is just like, it's so bad.
It's funny the things that you'll lock into. Like, this is it a deal breaker of a game for you? Like, there's. It's funny that people play Minecraft with 64 pixels and they'll be like, "This is the coolest thing ever." But then it's something like that where you're like, it's got the dynamics of everything, but this thing is like,
Yeah, it just doesn't run smooth. I
Mm-mm.
mean, Minecraft runs smooth. You know what I mean? Yeah, because it's probably the textures are a lot less to comprehend for your computer, but it's just my computer's old, worn out.
It was impressive how long it ran yesterday.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
It's good stuff.
And then as soon as I wonder if Ark might be one of those games. It's weird. There's a couple games on my computer that my computer won't shut down, but the second I stop playing them, it will. Can't remember what, I think it might have been Icarus. Icarus is like that as well, where I did a stream and then ended the stream, closed out the game, and it was like my computer like 5 minutes later was like, pew! I was like, oh, at least it didn't while I was playing.
That's kind of nice.
So yeah, it's weird. I don't know what's going on with my computer. I need to clean it for sure, but I don't know if it's a power supply issue or because I don't think anything's getting too hot. I'm not getting overheating the computer. So
Yeah, and I realized. I mean, it's one of those things too. Realized that I didn't have any audio going on yesterday, which is okay. I mean,
displayed through your stream.
I don't know.
Or what?
There's always a setting. There's always a something. You know what I mean? And listening, it's kind of cool because DJ he'll always be like playing a interview or a podcast or something usually in the background, and listening to some of these. There's a lot of still teachers out there who are driving people to, if you're going down the YouTube route, I mean, there are the guys out there who are kind of just walking you along step by step, what they're doing, going about it. It's kind of cool. I was like, and none of this, like, you're always talking about algorithms and what comes across. That stuff never comes across my page.
Now does it?
No.
No,
maybe.
still
I'm
doesn't?
hoping that if I get my phone close enough to the stuff, that maybe it'll start coming in. Because that would be. Mine always is like the motivation, aspirations. Been a lot of business, a lot of showing you how to set up LLCs and stuff like that. Where the thing that we're actually in that I need to be taught how to do isn't.
That's weird.
Being popped up.
Because I did one Google search, not even on my phone, on my computer, and it was for dedicated servers for Arc, because I thought that might be how we have to get together. And now that's all. Facebook's been recommending me Arc servers, and I'm just like, dude, I don't want to fucking see this on every ad on my Facebook. I looked it up once on my computer. Like, stop. But
yeah, I was like, hopefully by even just talking about it right now, that it'll start popping up,
Yeah, buddy, you listening, buddy? Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
I do love that you're so nice to Buddy that when AI takes over the world, you're gonna be spared. They're gonna facial recognition you and be like, "No, he's cool."
It's like the giving the shooter a Kit Kat.
And then you're the you were cool. Yeah, be nice to everybody. You never know who's gonna be the school shooter.
Facts.
Oh
and
man,
even if it's just for that, you're a human and I'm a human. That's all we can relate.
I was at a birthday party for Izzy this weekend, and I don't know whose daughter it was, but I think she's an only child. Because someone would say something, and it was, oh, I've done that, or oh, I have one of those, or oh, I've done this, and then just she kept asking for the gift bags. So it's just like, just the attitude of, I always, like, I had to have a story that she did the same thing, and then you could tell she was just there for the gift bag. She like asked
Mm.
twice or three times for the gift bag because this other girl's opening presents and she doesn't have anything. I'm like, dang, bro, like that, she gonna be a mean girl, 100%, 100%. She's gonna turn into a mean girl if she's already acting like
That's
that.
tough too, because I mean it's all trickled downhill.
Mm-hmm. And then it's one of those things where I was watching her, and then I'm watching Izzy, and I'm like, and Izzy's just kind of being there quiet, just kind of observing. I'm like, yeah, I like
I
that
was
a
gonna
lot.
say,
Yeah.
yeah, I was having a time of my life yesterday, just sitting there and watching ungifting presents or the unwrapping presents, and
Mm.
then the excitement that she was getting from presents yesterday. That was, I mean, it was an absolute blast. I had so
I
much fun.
I think this was the first year at Christmas I was more excited for people to open the gifts that I got them than me to open any gifts. Like I
Mm.
was really excited because I got Billy and Kaylee some magic cards. So I was really excited to see what they pulled from their magic card decks that I got them.
How did that go?
Pretty good. They got a couple decent cards that they wanted, but
Did they
nothing.
go?
No,
Oh,
nothing crazy.
nothing.
Yeah, nothing
How do you
like
get that?
super good, but I got a couple. They got a couple good cards, and
Hell yeah.
I did something that my brother doesn't usually do, and went with vampires. And I was like, maybe you'll
Mm.
build a vampire deck because my brother just loves building magic decks. So did something different, but yeah, it's an easy gift. And then it's like kind of, I was excited. I was as excited for the pulls that they were getting out of them than
Right?
anything. Yeah.
Especially when you have no skin in the game whatsoever. You're like, these
Yeah.
cards really don't mean.
I have no idea. I walked in there and I was like, yeah, my brother plays allies. And the guy's even like, what's that? And I was like, oh shit. I was like, I don't know. I thought you would know what I thought you would know. It's like, you're the one that's supposed to know. You're the magic card guy. But it's just apparently it's
He was
just
just testing you to see what you would know, and you're like, you got me. I
no.
know nothing.
I walked up and said, this isn't for me. I'm shopping for somebody's Christmas gifts. So I was like, he knew. But no, it's just because it was such an old allies are so old that this young kid had no idea what I was talking about for magic cards.
Mm.
Because I even asked my brother, I was like, so are they not really allies? Like, this is the one deck I know that everyone hates that you have is your allies. And I went and asked the magic guy. He had no idea what I was talking about. He's like, oh yeah, it's just really, really old. I'm like, oh.
And yeah, I would have to sit down and pick your brother's brain about it because I really don't understand. Like, okay, so it's allies. Is there?
It's like
Yeah.
it's
Is there
like
updated stuff that you don't use those cards anymore for a reason?
they do that a lot actually. They like ban cards if they're like too overpowered, I think, for like tournament style. But the way the boys play is they don't play tournament style. They play like your backyard at home games where they're
They
even
fudge some rules a little bit. They let
yeah,
things
yeah.
slide.
And then they're not like trying to kill each other right away, right? They'll kind of like let the games build up and like
I don't know.
you
It seemed
know
like your brother was out for
it de-
blood this last go around.
it depends, right? If it's like because there was one week that my brother won every game, and then the next week everybody came to play. Like everyone was like, that one was a pretty good one, but they still try to be pretty mellow, as in they're not gonna turn one or two just kill somebody. They might do a little damage here and do a little damage here. Game 2, game 3, after some tensions have been built up, it gets a little different. But
Is Nate closer to the beginning of the D&D campaign?
yeah, I'm not sure where he's at with that. I know last I know he was painting characters.
Oh, painting characters.
Yeah,
I was like, probably should leave the painting to us, huh?
yeah. No, just doing his little painting of the characters
There you go.
for the little figurines.
Yeah,
Which-
speaking of painting, I had old Josh Schaefer calling me this morning bright and early. So they have a cabinet that was built custom. It's supposed to be 90, well, it's supposed to be 105 inches, but they didn't want to pay the cost for the custom cabinet. So they went to Lowe's and they got a set of cabinets that come out to 97 inches. So there's a hole in the wall, 105 inches, and they're going to put a 97-inch cabinet inside of it.
And then just trim out those couple inches, well, inch and a half on each side. No, 105.
Starting to see it
Yeah,
now.
yeah, that's gonna be a big piece of trim on either side of
Well,
that
do you
cabinet.
know like the most standard size of MDF that you would put on that is 4.5 inches.
And that's not, that would be, I think that would be right. It's gonna be so
Half an
close.
inch.
You got a half inch to mount.
You have a half inch. Like it's gonna look so ridiculous.
Some
Why would you?
builders?
And
dude.
then what are you supposed to? Are you gonna shoot pin nails into the side of your cabinets just to keep your
piece of trim there? Wow.
You don't have a backer or anything. I was like, this is nuts.
This is knucking futz.
100%. So he was calling me and he's talking to me this morning like I'm the framer. Like, I don't even know what I do. I guess I could just scribe it right here, then just run it and just put it over. He's like, I don't even know what I'm gonna do here. And I was like,
I don't even know what you're saying,
buddy. I'm the painter.
Yeah. When you said scribe, I expected a freaking scroll and a feather pen, bro. Fucking.
I'm over here like, dude. Okay, I get what he's talking about,
Yeah.
but also, why are you telling me about it? I don't. This is just added things for me to think about that I don't ever.
I don't want to think about this.
100%. I didn't even plan on, dealing with that idea.
I didn't even plan on answering this fucking phone call.
As one of those things, this just sucks when your builders are calling. It's like the person who gives you your checks, you're like, I gotta answer them phone calls. Piss these guys off, piss everybody off.
And then he just goes on to tell you about his problems. It's like,
I was in the house with DJ working, and he calls me just all bent out of shape. And I'm telling him about how many nails I have to set, because there's, I don't know, 50 nails that I had to set in that house.
Because they didn't sink down all the way?
Just whatever nailer they were using the depth wasn't set. So they were all flush mounting. And I just had to go through and I have to set all of those. So I'm talking and he's just like, all I hear is just whine, and complain, and nothing's getting done. Okay, I just need stuff to look done, get pretty. Okay, that's it. And I was like, yeah, cool. And he's like, I'm just calling, people are calling me to whine. And so he gets off the phone. And I'm like, he's complaining about whining. He just called to whine to me for 15 minutes about
the cabinets?
And then he calls me back and he was like, I'm sorry, man. I shouldn't have been taking that out on you. It's just. So not only did you call me to whine, then you called to apologize about whining, and it's still more whining, Josh. This is like another half hour you've wasted of my life.
You want some cheese with that wine?
Oh, man, it was brutal.
Oh.
But yeah, sounds like you've had your own fun you've been trying to deal with between the bald ass tires trying to get around.
And that sucks because I need new tires, but I'm also behind on the bills with Robbie, so new tires ain't happening. Yeah, no, it's the side streets, man. The main streets are great. And the unfortunate thing about DoorDash is I'm delivering to all of the side streets. It's, I think 99% of where I go is side streets.
I was like, let's get into it because it's crazy that they're not plowing around the schools.
Yep, that's weird. But where would they put it? Right?
I don't know. They got the bucket trucks out there. Just start having one behind a plow, sucking the snow up.
Because that's what they do for the center, right? They'll plow all the snow into the center lane, and then they'll come in through with a bucket truck and a snowblower and blow it into the bucket truck. Yeah, they need to do something on the side streets. Well,
I mean, are they still dumping all that snow in Amen Park?
I have no idea.
I mean, that's usually where they would dump all that snow.
No, I've seen them put a bunch of it up on Airport Road by those by the
I guess
power transformer.
That makes a little bit of sense, but also
they put a bunch of it up there. I know.
There's a bunch of places where you're like,
well, that's why Seattle. If Seattle got this much snow, they would be shut down for a week, and it's because they have nowhere to put the snow once they plow it.
Put it in the ocean.
Just dump it. Yeah.
Throw it in the ocean. Cool down the polar ice caps.
I wonder if that how much snow would it take to actually change the temperature of the ocean?
I don't think there's enough.
Yeah, I don't think there's a number. There's so much water in the ocean that I don't think snow in one section of that would drastically change the temperature of the ocean.
Yeah, definitely. Because
Yeah, because even when like an iceberg breaks off into the ocean, nothing's like
exactly, just floats
not
around.
like everyone's like, oh shoot, iceberg. No,
I mean, they
the
do.
ocean's
If you're the
frozen.
Titanic.
Well, yeah.
Oh, shit. When's the last time we had a good iceberg that took something out?
The Titanic?
Is that the last time? DJ, can you look that up for us? When's the last time we got
An
an
iceberg has
take
caused
down a big?
an accident.
You think they happen more often and they just nobody talks about them?
No, I think with
There's always like a gas or a oil tanker leaking.
yeah, with our modern navigation, I don't
Modern advances in science.
with the advances in modern science and my high level income, it's not crazy to think I might live to 200. 2007. Wow.
My Explorer.
So about still 20
And that
almost 20
vessel
years though.
was 1969. Was it the summer of 69? It just says MV Explorer 1969.
Yeah,
Very
probably
top.
when it was.
That's the name of the boat, is the MV Explorer 1969.
Mm.
Hmm.
So a
So
little
the
less than
MV
20
Explorer
years.
parentheses 1969 at the top, is that a year?
I'm guessing that's when the boat was made.
Yeah. Hmm. I just look at that. It's like, okay, so you got 1969 to 07. Made a good run.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a
Not bad for a boat, right?
100%.
What's boat life expectancy? Honestly, it seems like there's so much maintenance when
Like
it
a
comes to them.
shipping container? I feel like you should be able to rock one of those for 20, 30 years. Cruise ship.
Ooh,
Oh,
cruise ship.
ship went down? Dang, that's not good.
Was there anybody on it? Oh,
Everybody was rescued. Okay.
look at that.
Like I said, with
Advances in modern science.
Yeah. but the navigation systems we have now compared to what they had on the Titanic are night and day difference. You know.
Oh yeah, those are probably some of like, if you want like the adrenaline, just watching those guys going across the Bering Sea Strait.
Mm. Yeah, like we talked about it just on their last episode. They even just coming over here to the Americas on the old wooden boats. Yeah, that would be insane, bro.
Morning with the boys does crab fishing.
Sailing? How about let's try just going out on a sailboat first. I actually get seasick.
Oh, do you? Can you take the whatever that stuff is to help you not be seasick? Dramamine?
I haven't tried Dramamine. No, I haven't tried. But the one time we got into open water on my uncle's boat in Alaska, I did get sick.
That's too funny. Like, I was out there on a sailboat with my Angie's husband. Rest in peace. That was the only time that I was down in California. That was pretty cool though, being out there in the middle of the ocean. But it is so daunting once you get out to open water
and look all around you, and there's nothing.
No. I was like, everybody wants to talk about how scary land is. Get out there in the waters.
Yeah, when you look around and there is nothing all around you.
And I was gonna say, shout out Brad, man. He would love it out there. Just him out there in a boat. Like, you see this? He'd start telling me all the pieces on the boat, and I have no clue.
Sailing, like sailboats, to me is a feat of engineering that I don't understand. Like how they can grab the wind and use it to push them in a direction. Like how do they push into the wind? Right? Like if the wind is coming at you, how do you set your sail so that you can go forward into that wind? Is there a way? Or are you just SOL if the wind changes direction?
That's a great question. I'm sure motors play a part in that.
Yeah, because I know a lot of sailboats will have a motor.
Yeah,
or
but if
nowadays,
you,
but
yeah, so at least you could troll up it. But without that, I think, yeah, back in the day, you were just
you're
at the
just
mercy of the wind.
so you had to maybe you had to change your angle so that you could catch that wind. Because I know you can turn your sails pretty far to the left or the right,
Yeah,
starboard or the what's
but
the
you're
other one?
never gonna go directly
Yeah,
straight in the line.
yeah.
It's always
Yeah,
gonna
because I've
pitch
always
you one
wondered
direction or
that.
the other.
Because on a lot of the survival games I play, my raft will go wherever I tell it to go. Yeah.
100%. Look what we're doing. We're whipping our
Yeah.
rafts on dimes.
Look,
I'm
look,
driving my raft through rocks where it would kill us all.
yeah, beaching it and then just spinning it around and take off.
You want a real life like look at it is when DJ was on the raft with me and he and as a character on the game and stuff, like if you're standing on something, you're all right. But if you're just on that raft and you hit a tiniest little rock, whoever's with you on the raft just goes right through it and sinks. And if you're not paying attention, you might just leave whoever you're with just stranded behind you, eaten by a megalodon.
Right. I can't believe I survived that big fish attack.
We watched it back. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Like you guys should have been dead
Yeah.
over and over and over.
And this, I love DJ coming in, and then he just hops off the raft. He's like, "No, I need you over here to get me." But then I caught what he was doing. He was getting off the raft, so I'm over here, man. But he was genius because that probably got the raft far enough away from the sea monster that.
No, when from underwater watching it back, I just got hit by this thing like 3 or 4 times and it no damage.
So it's maybe all
He
it
went-
does is attacks the.
Well, the thing went
The
through
boats.
he literally went through the thing's head and nothing.
Huh.
It's like you guys had something inside the game looking out for you guys for sure.
I think that sea monster just attacks boats. I don't know if he attacks players. Cause okay, DJ, yeah, it'll eat you. He's done it before. Okay. Yeah. You just gotta swim faster than that sea monster.
Oh man, it was
Yeah, and you guys had to save DJ Crazy yesterday too. DJ Crazy was stranded
I
in
don't
the
know.
alleyway.
it was one of those getting stucks that from being from here, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's not. I was like, come on now, you should be able to get yourself out of this one, buddy.
Oh, you know what I did today? So like they still have the berm in the middle of the road at my house, so I have to go north and then turn around to go south. Well, I go to turn and I wasn't gonna make the corner, so I whipped the e-brake real quick, whoosh, put it down and start driving. Kaylee's like, "Dude, that was slick," and I'm like, "Yeah, I wasn't gonna make the corner. I was just gonna kick the back end around."
Yeah, you got to think on your toes out
Yeah.
here.
Apparently, the kids got into a little bit of I wouldn't even really call it an accident, but they went into the ditch the other day. Hit some black guys, went into the ditch. So Logan's like, "Yeah, we hung out in the cop car." I'm like, "Oh." So apparently the cops stopped. They got to go get warm in the cop car.
That's so damn funny. I would love that Logan was just in the back seat, like, let me out of
Yeah,
here.
apparently he's
You'll
like,
never take me down.
Logan was talking about being arrested or something because he's in the back of the car. Oh, we're getting arrested. It's like, great. Now the cop thinks my kids are used to this. Logan would be like, "Yeah, I'm in the back of the cop car all the time, man. You know
He's
my
got-
dad."
100% gonna talk about that when it comes to an adult. If he does become this mad scientist, evil genius that I always saw him to be.
Yeah. Shit, man, I was arrested at 5 years old. I was in the back of the
Man, I
car.
was in the cop car when I was 5 years old. You think I'm scared of you?
Oh, that's hilarious.
You don't understand my life. I was in cop cars back when I was 5.
I've been in cop cars since I was 5. Just acting all hard. Like, dude, come on. You got in an accident and the cop was trying to warm you up. Stop playing.
Just
like
because you
this.
were in the cop car. No, we're still not getting the box of cereal.
Yeah.
Put it back.
Give me my special K. Come on, man. I've been in cop cars since I was 5. Shut up, Logan. You're not hard.
Give me some ice cream now. I was in the cop car when I was 5. No,
You can't keep using that as an excuse.
I would.
Oh, dude, 100%.
If I was a 5-year-old who just got, yeah.
How old was I when I was in the back of the car for the first time? Probably 14.
Nice.
Maybe less. Laurel, we were shooting pigeons under the underpass, right in the middle of fucking town, like idiots. So yeah, we got cops called on us.
They made you sit in the cop car though.
Yeah, they took us from there to the cop shop and had our parents come get us from the cop
Nice.
shop. Yeah, that was not the first time I was in the Laurel Police Department waiting for my parents to come get me.
Wasn't my first, not my last either.
Yeah.
How many times you went down to old Laurel PD? Is it LPD?
LPD, yeah, Laurel Police Department.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it would have been that one time with the pigeons when I was young, and then again for an MIP when I was 16 or something, which sucked. So we got caught, and I can say this now because it's been 7 years. We were spray painting a train. We were tagging up a train, and then we got caught not tagging, but we got caught going back to the car, and the cop's like, "What's all that spray paint for?" And we're like, "Oh, we use it for our skateboards because we all had skateboards. We paint them all." And I think mine was painted all blue or something, like spray painted. It's like, "Yeah, see, we just use them for our skateboards." He goes, "If I see any of these colors in my city, you guys are going down." As he's saying that, train goes, and our train that we had just tagged pulls away. We're like, "Yes, get out of the town so we won't find it."
You're not gonna see that train till Albuquerque, you stupid son of a...
It's not gonna be in your town in 20 minutes. But yeah, and then that one, my grandpa had to come get me. It was like 3 a.m.
Damn.
We had our buddy Josh sleeping at the house, so he got woken up by cops because we had to tell the cops our buddy's over there sleeping. Can we go take him home or whatever? Can we get someone to take him home? They're like, "Nope, we'll handle it." So he gets woken up from the cops. I can't imagine how that went.
I've been there.
I've
100% woken up by the police, and it's startling.
What? That's a badge.
Yeah, that's exactly how and especially since I was sleeping so good. I was, I was partied out. Yeah. I was getting a good one in. That was, can't remember whose brother it was. That's a hell of a story. You can get into that one. But speaking of spray paint, I have a good one for that.
Yeah?
Yeah, we were up in the Heights, and we had already gone to town spray painting all over. So we take a break or whatever, and we're up by that car wash. And shout out Peter, if he's listening. He decides to go. He was big into spray painting penguins at the time. So he drew this big penguin inside the car wash. And they have cameras inside that car wash.
Oh.
So they saw the entire thing. They called him, reported him in, and they were like, "Tell your accomplices." He kept it 100, didn't say anything. But then, as punishment, he had to go to church and like community service for this guy for like 3 months.
Dang. Church?
Mm-hmm.
That would be a punishment, bro.
And now he's working for A-Team Contracting. Shout out.
Heck yeah. See, we may have done bad shit, but we're not bad people.
Facts. I was like, Peter always had a little bit of a screw loose.
My biggest tag that I've ever done, I hope is still there, because we did the rail bridge. So from our old house, if you look across that bridge way out there, that's the bridge I tagged. So it's somewhere where the only person who's ever going to see that tag is the farmer who drives that farm road to get underneath those tracks to go out to his field. So it's probably gone. He probably covered it back up.
I was gonna say, if when you're one of those old farmers, you'd be so pissed.
Especially because
drive out here and see some stupid idiots kid in the room.
And it said stoned. 5 feet tall.
Bro, you're so original. Nobody ever thought of putting that up there.
I was really good at S's and T's, okay? My S's and T's looked fire, so I usually did stoned. But yeah, like I said, it was like 5 feet tall and like 15 feet long. So it was a huge tag. But like I said, we went out there and it was in the middle of nowhere. I had freaking 2 hours to do it or whatever.
I made the paper for tagging when I was in California.
Dang.
Yeah, that was the gangster days though.
Were you pretty good at tagging? No? Dang.
I was terrible. I was so bad at it, but we had red spray paint. Tagged up in elementary school. It's pretty terrible. Same thing in the Heights. Tagged up one of the elementaries.
What? Yeah, no, we did Will James. I think we hit Will James, so we got up on the roof and hit it there, and then we ran from the cops because they were they showed
Damn.
up.
No, we did like, yeah, there was so much.
Yeah, I'm
And
glad it was 7 years ago because y'all can't do shit.
yeah, I think we hit, because we thought we were doing Skyview, but we turned out we were not at Skyview. That's how
Castle Rock. You would have been over at Castle Rock then.
we were somewhere in the Heights.
Yeah. We got them so good. He says fuck Skyview, and it's like not even at Skyview.
And I mean, back then it was all Electric Wolf Crew, so there was a lot of that tagged up.
Yeah, I have one buddy, I'm not going to say any names, who got really good. He used to practice on, buy a sheet of plywood and practice on plywood at his house. And I think he did a couple around town that were really decent. That's why I'm not going to say anything. But yeah, he got really good with his lettering and his artistic ability behind that, because I can do a generic bubble letter or a generic, straight lettering with a 3D, to make it look like it's kind of sitting in there, but I could not do he was doing crazy stuff that looked like it was melting and like super cool lettering. So
oh yeah, love that type of stuff.
yeah, I tried to get him to create stickers for me when I was streaming, because of course, we just like here, we get a phrase that we end up saying 100 times and it becomes the go-to phrase. But yeah, unfortunately we never got much past, hey, do you want to do this for me?
That's a tough part, because there's so many brilliant people out there. It's just like a lot of people, that's where it stops.
Well, and
you almost need somebody who's like, all right, well, let's take these pieces and put it together.
But I totally understand it, from just like how streaming turned playing video games into a job and it made it not enjoyable for me. I'm sure that's what was going through his head. If I am expecting him to make these, you know what I mean, then it's a job to him and he's not enjoying his art time. He feels like it's like an assignment for school, so.
Well, I was gonna say, it seems like even like the plight of all artists, like I was just from listening to some of these podcasts and stuff, like you become an animator, you become like, and you're working for a big team, you never know what they're gonna have you draw. They're just gonna say, here's this, draw it. Here's this, draw it. Here's this, draw it. And like you have to be humble enough to be like, I love to draw, so I'm gonna draw whatever they have me draw.
Yeah. But like I said, then it's not, you're not doing it as an enjoyable release from everything else. You're doing it as your business.
So, I guess,
it depends on if you want to do that as your business. Think of it that way. If you want to just do it as a hobby, then do it as a hobby.
100%. I always thought that with like Ariana, because I was like, she's so talented as an artist. I was like, if she just put all her eggs in this basket and kind of sold her art, I mean, I was like, no, there's no feeling that she can't bust through in that sense of things. But then, yeah, I guess if it's not a release from your day to day, then it kind of be just kind of drag it down after a while. Like, what's the point of art?
Yeah. Just like I said, it did that with streaming video games for me. I haven't streamed other than last night in like 6 months, and I've still been playing some video games, and it's just so nice to not have to worry about that stuff. Like last night, it was kind of nice. I had a couple people show up, but I switched to push to talk, so I could talk to my chat without bothering you guys, and then totally forgot. So EJ hops in my Discord a little bit later, and he's like, hello, hey, can you hear me? Can I hear you? And he's like, oh, you're not even talking. I'm like, 5 minutes of me like, why is my mic not working? Turning the mic on and off, like checking all my settings, and then I was like, oh yeah, I did that. Yeah, go on, get again.
He's got really good timing when it comes to this.
Yeah, it's like he knows.
Mm-hmm.
He probably he's probably subscribed. Like, they started the podcast. I better call. That's not even his voice. I don't know why I went.
Yeah.
Don't know why I went. When New Yorker there.
I was gonna say Josh
Boston.
Josh is pretty well.
He's your classic Montanan.
Yeah, he's pretty well Montanan.
Yeah. Dude, it's so weird. I've been talking to Kaylee about, and it's kind of similar to how me and you read the different dynamic in our growing up. Ours is from the amount of family members we had or amount of kids in the household. Hers is from a purely uh, geological standpoint. Like didn't know what a studded snow tire was. And she's like, yeah, I've never heard of that. We never need that. She's like, if they get this much snow, the city would be closed for 2 months. Like, they could not handle it. It's insane. So it's just so weird and it's something you don't think about, or, until you start talking to people from somewhere else.
Well, even here, like, I was like, man, if we got this continuous much snow for like 2 months, right? Half of Montana, I mean, there'd be a lot of people who'd end up starving and stuff because, like, I don't think really there's not a lot of people who are equipped to deal with this much snow at this much period of time with the driving conditions. And if you can't get food, then you're relying on like some real hardy old sons of bitches who actually are tough as nails and just built for this shit.
And then you get to people who, like me, who have a car that even I could be the best driver in the snow, I'm gonna get stuck. It's not an if, it's not a when, it's a where. And that's why I haven't been door dashing. I tried, and it easier to do it when I got my brother just sitting at the house doing nothing on Sunday. But like today, dude, no, I don't think I'm gonna go do it. I
was like, the plows made that much more progress at it, so I'm kind of even in the boat. I was like, well, I might go over there and try romp around in the snow and get some shit done.
Yeah, it's just that as soon as I hit the side streets with that front wheel drive vehicle with fucking no tread on those tires, I'm done for. Dude. I'm sitting there. And let alone, I almost didn't get out of the parking spot I stopped in to drop the kids off today. Like, back up, go forward, back up, go forward. Gotta get a run at it to get out of the parking spot. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely not fun out there. And that's why I was like, 2 months, right? You had some serious snow like that. Because you're equipped somewhat to deal with the snow driving. You're probably a more capable driver than a lot of people out there. And I mean, if these cars, like most people who are driving rely on their vehicle to get the job done versus, you're kind of working with your vehicle to get the job done.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to work with what you got, and you got to know how to handle that car in that situation. Saw a video of a guy in a Hummer, and apparently this parking lot was super slick because this guy's sitting there recording it. He goes, watch, this Hummer's going to pull up here, and as soon as he hits the brakes, he's going to slide all the way down that parking lot. And that's exactly what happened. You can see the moment that it starts to slide, that guy never lifted off of his brakes and slid down that whole parking lot. If you would have put that car in reverse and started hitting the gas and backing up, you wouldn't have hit that Ford that was sitting at the bottom of the parking lot. You at least would have missed that, but you're still sliding down that hill.
Those are some of the scariest videos to watch, like when you see like guys who are going up these big hills and they just lose it, and it's just smashing everything coming back down. And then you're just one of those people who parked your car on the side street and you're like, no, not my Honda. No.
Dude, like the one the other day where I had to come backwards out of her driveway and there was a ditch on the other side, and it was one of those where I could creep it down until I couldn't, and then if I hit the brake and she just started sliding, and I was like, she's going. Like, same thing, let off the gas and just hope that it goes where I'm pointing the tires.
Because this was years ago. I shot my friend Nyoka. She was out of pellets. Middle of winter, you know what I mean? So you're like half scared. These people are gonna freeze to death. So I'm like, all right, I'll drive out some pellets for her. Same thing. Found out my 4-wheel drive wasn't working in the Ranger, and where she lives out by Shepherd and stuff, it's just big old ravine come up the other side, big old ravine come up the other side, and then once you get onto a road, it's nothing to these giant ruts that you got to try to like
navigate through.
100%. Well, I made it through the first set, and I come up, and I made it like 3/4 of the way, and nothing. I start just, and then I start coming right down backwards, swing around, boom, smash right into the ice wall, and then you pin it, try to run it up the other side.
Yeah.
Nothing, same thing. I'm going, and it's just sheer ice, and you're just sliding back, and it's a good like 35-foot drop, like off of, if it doesn't hold me, this ice wall, I'm dead. Like there's no or I'm sleeping in the middle of this ravine until a car comes and
Hopefully sees you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the service sucks out there.
Yeah.
So I'm like in spotty service. Lucky I could get a hold of my old neighbors at the time, Justin and Sam, and they have a big old beefy dually on 35s. So he brings it over, but he's the top of the hill, and I'm as close as I can. He got me hooked up, and he was giving it everything he had, and I'm giving everything I have, and barely making it to the top of the hill. He was like, dude, I almost had to leave you. I wasn't going to get my truck stuck.
Yeah. Damn.
And that's where I was like, oof.
Yeah, and when you get, dude, like that's, if you get stuck out somewhere like that, you better hope you have enough gas in that car.
That's another thing.
Always keep a full tank in the wintertime, because when you get stuck, or if you get stuck, you need to be able to heat yourself.
And that's like you're looking at it like the luxury of it. It's like some people just don't have that.
Oh,
Even that option to have a full
100%.
tank of gas.
Yeah, 100%.
I was listening to, because shout out, Dan Soder and his soon-to-be wife Katie, they were coming through Nebraska and they got hit with a big one like that. You know what I mean? And they were like, "Dude, we might be sleeping in our car tonight." We're one of those people who are on the interstate, y'all jammed up back in traffic, and you just have to sleep in.
Mm-hmm. Damn. I've never had to sleep in my car due to anything like that. I've slept in it, obviously, like, intentionally, but never due to like getting stuck in an accident or anything like that.
Well, when the Bakken was popping, Williston, that area, you could drive in, and there's sometimes you just couldn't get a hotel. So you literally would have to sleep in your car. And when Williston was popping, it was half scary.
That was all the mining oil rigs and stuff.
Well, you just have like everybody is a melting pot, and everybody's on the lick trying to come up. So
and a lot of those guys drink, so you get alcohol involved, and then there's an even bigger.
That was wild. How many people were walking home and freezing to death when that was during the big oil boom? Like they would go and they'd sit on their steps and then just wake up a frozen body.
Yeah, that would be nuts. You walk out and your roommate's just fucking frozen to the porch.
Yeah, damn it, Jeff. What the hell you so? Oh shit,
Yeah,
Jeff's dead.
Jeff. Oh shit, he cold. All right, I got this real quick. You need some more coffee?
Hell yeah.
Get you a coffee while I'm up.
So, got old DJ Crazy unstuck. Tim, you just gotta get a little better driving. I think you could have gotten yourself out of that one. Love you to death, but I'll show you. If you need to go out there and you're doing bowling lessons on your birthday. Now maybe you could do some driving lessons with the boys. We'll take you out there, we'll romp around. We'll show you how it's done. Gotta show you though, DJ Crazy is one hell of a bowler. That guy can bowl with the best of them. I think he was pretty much taking it easy on us when we were playing. He put a 150, 160 pretty easily. I was pretty damn impressed. I'm not the best bowler. I think I really sucked. I think I was like the worst out of those, like, what did we play, 3 games? Yeah, and I was just terrible. It ended up being, it was fun though, overall. We had a good time. It's kind of surprising that more people didn't come out and enjoy it though. Bowling, it's one of those like lost deals a little bit. Get out there, do some bowling, everybody. Make sure the lanes stay open, especially during this time of the season when it's just cold as hell. Pack the bowling alleys. Always got good deep fried food. It's a good time.
So, what'd you have to do to get him unstuck? Just get him out of that parking spot into a different one, or?
Well, he had to get he was basically just sitting like this, almost like he's creeping up into a parking spot, and we just pushed him a couple of times, but he kept letting off the gas at your high point, you know what I mean, and letting himself roll back versus just hammering down and getting over the hump. So that was like, we were like fighting each other for a little bit. You're like,
give it the onion. It
was so close. Like, even when we pulled up, I was like, Bryce, hop in. You just hit the gas, and I guarantee you we're getting unstuck from this. Like,
you don't even need him. Rear-wheel drive only, that truck then?
That was front-wheel drive only.
No, the truck wouldn't. I don't think they ever made a Chevy that was front-wheel drive.
Okay, so then yeah.
So it had to be. If it's not the
Two-wheel drive,
4-wheel
though.
drive version, just the 2-wheel drive version, it should be rear wheel,
Yeah.
which is worse in the snow.
But
than
I
the
think
front
it
wheel.
was the 4-wheel drive, but they did. I think he modified it or something to make it. The axle snapped.
Might not have a front drive shaft in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I
yeah.
think that's, if I remember correctly, it was telling.
Because that's what we did. My mom had a Jeep, all-wheel drive Jeep, and I can't remember what happened. Maybe it was the front differential was making noise, so my dad just pulled the front drivetrain, or drive line, so it was just a rear-wheel drive Jeep. It was actually really fun.
That's what I found out about my Jeep as well when I got here.
You were telling me that story, yeah. Had no drive line in it.
Kind of need that.
Yeah.
And you talking about ball tires. I guarantee my Jeep was worse than that.
Oh, I'm sure.
I
got no cords.
I had wires poking out.
Yeah. I know I didn't get that bad. I don't got wires yet. I have had a car that got.
And it was so, bro. The worst was right over by the train tracks going on 19th behind there and everything. Nothing, just giving it hell. And then I don't know what I had having to do. I think I had to like spin around and go out the other way. So many times. The same thing in the Jeep, those streets over by Senior.
Oh, super steep. Yeah.
I'm just going. Oh, Jesus, take the wheel.
Dude, yeah. Oh, that's scary when you're and then it just goes one way or the other. Yeah.
That's the shit that pisses me off is like, why can't you just stay backwards? Just keep rolling us backwards. Why you got to pick a direction all of a sudden? We went up going straight. How come we're not going back down straight?
It don't work like that, man.
My damn car is drunk. Can't keep between the lines.
That's what you tell the cop. My car must be drunk, man. Don't know why I can't keep.
I drive just fine. This car is all messed up. That's like that Gabriel Iglesias joke. He's just like, if you have the opportunity to mess with the cops, hop in the passenger seat. You're like, me driving? Hell no. I'm all fucked up. What do you mean? He was just here a second ago?
Yeah. You didn't see him get out. He must have just ran. Dang.
You know you're going to go to jail? He's like, you have those two choices. He's like, no, I got this. We'll be fine. Or I'm going to go to jail. Call my wife. Babe, I'm not coming home tonight. I'm going to go to jail.
And then you hope she yells so much that the officer doesn't take you to jail and thinks that going home will be a worse punishment.
I heard the best one. It's he gets pulled over and he's like, can I talk to you real quick outside the car? Real quick, just over by the back of your cruiser. He gets out there and he's like, well, look, my wife, and that's the mother-in-law. They're fighting right now. And I need to make sure they keep fighting. She's getting ready to pack her stuff and move out right now. So I don't need them patching up and getting this thing and her moving back in for another 6 months. And he's like, sir, I got you police escort. We're going to have you all the way down.
They're fighting right now. And
I really don't need them making up.
Yeah. All right, we'll get you right down there. We'll get you there.
Sir, I got you a police escort. If it only worked like that.
Yeah, nah. But apparently they're pretty busy with keeping kids warm when the parents get stuck. Apparently, so they went off one side and someone went on the other side and rolled their car once. So the kids did have to watch that. So
that's just half scary though.
Yeah.
Sorry, kiddos.
Glad they're all right, but
then no.
Yep. I went to go to the birthday party, right? Pull out of our driveway into the road, drive. Well, Izzy, we're not going to a birthday party. We can just barely get back into the driveway. I was like, dang. And then Billy was like, yeah, take my truck. So we took the truck. But yeah, we would not have gone to that birthday.
That's awesome, though. Your brother's just like, I'm getting my niece a damn birthday party.
Yeah. That's a pretty good birthday party.
Your brother's a shit for that.
For sure. Thank God for my brother.
Yeah, it does have to be a little irritating when you're like, Travis, you drive my car. Give me the truck.
I can't afford to drive that truck, dude.
True, but
Between the gas and the oil, you got to put a quart of oil in it every fucking 500 miles. I cannot afford to drive that truck. I won't.
that's funny though. Quarter mile, that's like $10. I mean, granted, but still.
It's mostly the fuel though, especially
Fuel, I
especially
understand.
DoorDashing. Yeah, I could not DoorDash in that truck, 100%.
But that's what I wish they would make it. If they would take into consideration
Your
driving
vehicle.
conditions, well, just driving
Oh,
conditions, and
yeah.
then get paid a little bit of extra because of the driving conditions.
Yeah, like obviously you can tell that you've got like almost no dashers the last, week. Maybe find out why. Yeah, maybe offer people an extra $2 an order all day because it's
It was a trip, even on Uber. It was the same deal. Uh, that one day I went to go Uber eat something, and they had no drivers out, and I was like, man, I should be out there. I can be making a killing right now.
it's
You
it's
could have been the only Uber out there just
it's one of
slaying.
it's hit or miss though because you're taking twice as long on every delivery now because you can't get around as easy. You can't pull out in traffic and get out there quickly.
Mm.
So it's like it's a double-edged sword. The tips are good because no one wants to be out in this, but the road conditions are bad. You risk getting stuck, and if you get stuck with someone's food in your thing, then you're getting dinged on DoorDash or Uber because you didn't get that delivery done.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's a double-edged sword
yeah.
for sure. I'm like, get this shit done though. It's one of those things. It's like the will is away, and if I do get stuck, we'll deal with it at that point.
You got
That's
four-wheel on that one?
no.
No, it doesn't work or it doesn't even have
It doesn't even have it. Not even an option.
Damn.
Talking about Travis that yesterday. And he's like, what do you mean? They all have them in there. I was like, this one doesn't. They're not even a flip. There's not a.
Yeah.
It does have hubs in the back though.
Well, that would make sense that if they were gonna make a two-wheel drive vehicle, it would be the Ford Sport Track. That would make sense. It's their smallest truck.
I was definitely thinking about it in that regard. I was like, yeah, it does definitely make sense. You would 100% be able to drive these all over California or everything and not have any problem. Have good gas mileage. Use it as a vehicle, do their grocery shopping. It's definitely a sporty mom car. It's definitely not made to, take everything on.
Sweet.
But then also,
got a response on Facebook Marketplace.
ooh, what do you?
That might be the only thing that's that might be real good right now. We'll see.
What did you? What was that for?
Just some stuff I got laying around the house. I
Oh,
got
nice.
some Subaru rims and stuff that I posted, and
Oh, dope.
yeah, those rims that are just sitting in my garage because I was gonna paint them or because I wrapped them, and then
Yeah. But either way,
we'll see.
keeping it moving.
Yeah, do something since I can't dash right now.
What did Kaylee end up finding?
You'll never get this. She is training to be a. Wow, why can't I think of the name right now? When you get in trouble, you're a probation officer.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, so she's gonna be a probation officer eventually.
That's a good, cool lick.
She kind of is right now, but like I said, she's training into it, so I don't think that's her actual title. But yeah, so that's pretty cool.
That is actually a really cool lick. It makes sense though with her mom being the.
Yeah, her mom's a police officer, so I mean that's kind of.
I was like, if she needs an ins with any of them down there, let me know. I can introduce you to all of them.
That's hilarious. Oh, I can introduce you to all of them.
I can tell you the friendly ones, and I can tell you the not so friendly ones.
Don't hang out with this guy. This girl's nice.
That is the funniest part about going into that place when you know people and then having to act like you don't know who they are whatsoever. You just got to be like,
yeah, no. Give him eye contact, little shake.
This isn't the place. This isn't the place. Let's get outside and we can say hi to each other.
It was like me, dude. Get kicked out of school. So my dad takes me for my first day of alternative school. And we show up, not even a minute in. Curtis, is that you? I look over, I was like, Scotty, what up, Scotty? And my dad's like, you would fucking know people here at the fucking. So my dad was pissed, dude. He's like, I'm bringing him to the school where all the bad kids go, and he's got friends here already. Damn. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Because I've been in a police car when I was 5 years old.
Because I was in a police car when I was 5 years old.
That takes us to the end of the episode.
Oh, that's perfect.
That was too perfect. It's not like getting to a spot where we got a good wrap up.
Yeah, absolutely. We appreciate you guys for being here as always.
Don't forget,
Like, share, subscribe, all those wonderful things.
Get on the social, spread the word. Now more than ever, we would appreciate it.
Yeah. We get some shares into the Facebook place, maybe.
Tell us what you people want. Fill us in on this niche market. We got another what's it called? Suggestion for playing Among Us.
Oh, Among Us is one that I have never actually played with a good group of people. And because the more the merrier, obviously. So I don't know if your wife plays it, but if we could get her in there as well, and then Ashley and EJ maybe, because then that would be like 6, 7 of us, which would be fun.
That would be way fun then.
Yeah.
And we should look about adding that one in there, but it was a suggestion, and I was like, okay, well, that's cool.
Because that's a good one where you can be a little deceptive, right?
100%.
Yeah, and if like for us, the 3 of us, we know each other pretty well. It'll be pretty easy to decipher who's what. But for me and DJ and everyone else to decipher what's going on in your wife's head, we don't know her that well, so it would be a really cool dynamic.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. You guys might be screwed.
Yeah,
she is good.
And I'm sure she would be like, oh no, acting all innocent, and then just nah. And I'd fall for it every time.
That's 100%.
Yeah,
I'm just thinking the same thing.
That's why I'm like, that'd be a really good dynamic.
Lure you into that false insecurity.
Yeah, hey, come here, babe.
I'd be like, if there's anybody, I'm glad it's you.
Yeah. Glad it was you. Oh, I deserve this.
So we will be back on Thursday, everybody.
Yes, sir.
And until then, we are out.
Bye.